Welcome to my series on learning how to use Audacity. This very first video's purpose is to be a generic overview or an orientation to where things are and how things work in Audacity. Audacity tends to be one of the more complicated programs that people first start to use, and it can be a little overwhelming at first, so this is just all about getting around in the program and figuring out how to make it work. So let's dive right in. The first thing you might notice is that Audacity divides the program visually into three different areas. You have an area up here at the top where you control playback. It has gauges and different buttons that do different things. You have an area here in the middle where all of your audio tracks exist. And you have an area down here at the bottom that gives more information about other things that are used in the program. So let's dive into each of these three areas and learn what they're all about. Let's take it from the top. Up here at the top, you have all of your standard menu options, plus a couple of extras that are specific to just Audacity. You will also see right over here that you have your very standard playback buttons: pause, play, stop. This one is skip to the start, and likewise skip to the end. And then just separated a little bit over here is a record button that you would use your microphone on your computer for. There are a couple of buttons over here that we will dig into deeper at a later time, and several gauges over here that show the levels that your microphone are at or the levels that your playback is happening at. As we come down here to the middle section, each of these is a different audio track, and even though they're stacked on top of each other, they would all play simultaneously. If I go over here, we get to a section of audio where there are multiple tracks. These two sections will be happening at the same time as each other. These tracks can be adjusted visually, so we can see more of them or less of them as necessary, or we can even minimize them by clicking the collapse button right here. As we come down here to the bottom, we have our scroll bar that will help us move backwards or forwards in time from left to right, as we typically do. And then underneath that, you have some other information, such as the sample rate that the audio is in, whether it's snapping to specific positions, and where your audio is queued up. So if I were to click right here in the audio, I would see that if I were looking up here at the timeline, it's somewhere slightly before 1 minute and 18 seconds. But if I were to look down here at the bottom, it tells me exactly where it is: 1 minute, 17.86 seconds. So these are the three different major areas for working in Audacity, and we're going to dig into utilizing these areas a whole lot more in the upcoming videos. Cheers!